There's a picture in the hallway, crooked from the passing years. A moment caught in sunlight before the shadows reappeared. Your smile looks untouched, frozen in a time I can't recall. Now all that's left are pieces in the broken frames on the wall. I try to straighten what's left of us, but the cracks keep showing through. Broken frames on the wall, memories slipping, starting to fall. Every corner chipped away by things we never thought we'd say. I keep holding on to moments I can barely see it all. Just broken frames on the wall. Dust collects on every promise, on every dream we tried to save. And I trace the faded outlines of a love we couldn't brave. Your laughter's just an echo of a life too big, too small. Now all the pieces scatter from the frames that start to fall. I still hear your voice sometimes in the quiet of these halls. Broken frames on the wall, memories slipping, starting to fall. Every corner chipped away by things we never thought we'd say. I keep holding on to moments I can barely see it all. Just broken frames on the wall. Maybe love was never meant to stay perfect, stay the same. Maybe time is just a painter who forgets the faces, leaves the frame. But even when the colors fade and the edges start to crawl, there's still a heart behind on. There's broken frames on the wall. Broken frames on the wall, but I'm learning how to stand through it all. Not every picture needs to stay, not every story fades away. I'll keep what still feels honest, let the rest just softly fall. Broken frames on the wall. Your words still drift like dust through the corners of my mind. Little pieces of a story we left unfinished behind. I used to hold them tightly, like they meant more than they should. But every memory I carried weighed heavier than it could. I kept trying to stay strong, but it's strength I can't afford. I can't carry your echo anymore, the way it follows me like a shadow on the floor. Every whisper of your name knocks me back to what we were before, but I'm learning how to close that door. I can't carry your echo anymore. I walk the path you left me, till I couldn't feel my own feet, losing myself gently in the rhythm of repeat. Every room held your silence, every night replayed your sound. I didn't know I was fading while trying to keep you around. Now I'm finally breathing in a way I've long ignored. I can't carry your echo anymore, the way it haunts my thoughts like waves along the shore. Every whisper of your name knocks me back to what we were before, but I'm learning how to close that door. I can't carry your echo anymore, anymore. Never meant to be a weight I drag behind. Maybe letting go is gentler than pretending I don't mind. Your voice will always linger, but not the way it did before. I'm not breaking, I'm rebuilding everything you once tore. I can't carry your echo anymore. I'm stepping from the shadow into something brighter than before. Your memory still hums softly, but it doesn't shake me to the core. I'm stronger than the ache I bore, and I can't carry your echo. Held me in the quiet, only when the lights were low. Spoken half-formed confessions that you never let me know. You traced a path of maybe across the surface of my skin, but every time I reached for you, you pulled your feelings in. I tried to read the spaces between the words you never said. You love me like a secret, soft enough to keep hidden in the shadows where the promises fell asleep. You held me just enough to make me wanna stay, but never loud enough for the world to know my name. You love me like a secret. Your touch was always gentle, but your heart stayed far away, like you feared what might happen if you let me fully stay. I memorized your kindness, every glance that slipped through cracks, but loving in the dark can only hold for so long before it cracks. I kept hoping you'd step forward, but you stayed just out of reach. You love me like a secret, soft enough to keep hidden in the shadows where the promises fell asleep. You held me just enough to make me wanna stay, but never loud enough for the world to know my name. You love me like a secret. Maybe a secret, but secrets start to fade. I'm stronger than the silence where your whispered feelings stayed. I'll hold a part of us that was real and soft and true, but I won't stay hidden in the shadows next to you. You love me like a secret. You love me like a secret, but I won't be one to. In the stillness of the morning, when the world is barely awake, I feel the ghost of all your laughter filling up the empty space. Your voice moves through the silence like a half-forgotten tune, a melody that lingers long after it leaves the room. I didn't know how much I'd miss the little things you used to do. There are pieces of you in every quiet moment, in the hush between my breaths, in the corners of this room. I keep finding traces in the things I never noticed, like your memory is woven into everything I do. Pieces of you in every quiet moment. Your sweater on the chair still leans like you left it there, and I catch myself reaching for someone who isn't there. It's not the big goodbyes that echo the loudest now. It's the gentle, tiny memories I never understood till now. I still hear you in the cold when the noise slips out of you. There are pieces of you in every quiet moment, in the hush between my breath, in the corners of this room. I keep finding traces in the things I never noticed, like your memory is woven into everything I do. Pieces of you in every quiet moment. Soften all the edges that still ache. Maybe peace will find the silence where your shadow used to stay. But even as the seasons change, one truth remains the same. The gentlest parts of who you were still ripple through my days. There are pieces of you in every quiet moment, not to hold me down, but to remind me what was true. I'll carry them softly, not as sorrow, but as proof of the love that once lived here. In every quiet moment, pieces of you. There's a corner by the window where the sunlight used to land, and every morning I still see your outline in the sand. Your presence lingers quietly like a whisper in the air, a shape I can't quite touch, but I still feel everywhere. I keep reaching out for something that's no longer in my hands. Now there are shadows where you used to stand, echoes of the moments I couldn't understand. Your voice is a memory, your touch a grain of sand, and all that you left me were shadows where you used to stand. Your laughter fills the silence like a ghost I can't erase. I see traces of your footsteps in every empty space. I walk the rooms you lived in, though they're colder than before. It's strange how someone's absence can take up so much more. I still try to hold the pieces, though they slip right through my hands. Now there are shadows where you used to stand, echoes of the moments I couldn't understand. Your voice is a memory, your touch a grain of sand, and all that you left me are shadows where you used to stand. Maybe time will paint new colors where your silhouette remains. Maybe I'll learn to breathe again without the weight of old names. But until the morning comes and breaks this quiet land, I'll keep walking through the shadows where you used to stand. Now there are shadows where you used to stand, but I'm learning slowly how to live again. Your echo grows softer like waves against the sand, and I'll find myself beyond the shadows where you used to stand.